सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। शुकासारिखे पूर्णवैराग्यजाचे वसिष्ठा परिज्ञानयोगेश्वराचे कवी वाल्मिका सारिखा मान्य ऐसा नमस्कार माझा तया रामदासा गणाधीश जो ईश सर्वा गुणांचा मुळारंभ आरंभ तो निर्गुणाचा नमो शारदा मूळचत्वारवाचा गमो पंथ अनंत या राघवाचा। जय जय रघुवीर समर्थ। हरि ओम। So we were seeing in last few sessions the glory of chanting Bhagwan's name, and we were also seeing some examples from the Puranas who have gained the highest by chanting the Lord's name. In the last session we saw the example story of Prahlada. Mahabhakta Prahladaha Daityakuli. He was born in a Daitya Vamsha, but still because of the Garbha Samskara, because of the samskaras that he got when he was in his mother's womb, satsang with Naradji and so many things that he heard during that time, he was born with a very, very devoted mind devoted to Bhagavan Shri Mahavishnu. And therefore, in spite of so many obstacles, so many problems that were created by his own father, the king Hiranyakashipu, he remained very, fixed on the path of devotion. And therefore, without asking, he was saved. It was not even that because he is in trouble, therefore he is remembering Bhagwan. No, even that condition was not there. He was just remembering Bhagwan all the time, and whatever obstacles came, he was just saved. When we see those stories in Srimad Bhagavatam and in other places also, we understand that many of the times Prahlada did not even know that plotting is happening to kill him. He just went with the flow. But because of that power of Bhagavan who stood by his side, he was saved every time. And therefore, we must remember how he was saved, we can also be saved. Many times such stories are there, we should learn correct thing from that story also. Sometimes they will say, oh, but we are not like Prahlada. Arey, that is easy thing to say, na? Think of it from this side. He was born in Daitya Vamsha. We are not born at least in Daitya Vamsha. Our Father is not trying to kill us because we are chanting Bhagwan's name. On the contrary, there is more possibility that parents are trying to tell us to chant. So we are not in worse situation. That itself is a big thing. If he could do in spite of or despite all the problems that he went through, why not? Why not us? Right? Mukhi nama nahi taya mukti kaichi. If after all these things also, if still you don't have Bhagwan's name in your mouth, from where are you going to get liberation? Ahanta gune yatana te pukachi. The only thing that will come to you is ahanta, lot of ego, and yatana, and lot of suffering. Pudhe anta yeila to dainyavana. And the death also is not going to be very nice or very happy, etc. Why? It is going to be terrible. For those saints, etc., who always remember Bhagwan, for them even death is like a celebration. Mrityu sarvanga sohala. He says, all my being is celebrating. Why? Because death has come near. What kind of life they must have lived. But when we don't have that Bhagwan's smarana in our mind, our end is going to be terrible. Manoni, Manare, Mana Devarana. Samarth Ramdas Swami is urging us. Therefore, at least now you understand and sing the glories. Sing the name of the Lord. Hari Nama Nemasta Pashanatari. Verse number 98. Bhagwan's name is so powerful that we saw in the story that when Bhagwan's name was written on the stone and the stone was put in the ocean, that did not sink. Nemasta Pashanatari, big boulders also were put by those monkeys. And it created entire bridge over the ocean, which is even now existing. You can go and find out, pictures are there of this Ramasetu. Bridge between two nations, you imagine. What a greatness. Bahu tarile manavi dehadari. Just as he has kept these stones, from drowning, Bhagwan's name has kept those stones. They are not drowning. He says, in the same way, even human beings he has kept alive, not allowing them to drown in this samsara. Taya Ramanami Sadajo Vikalpi Vadena Kada Jivato Paparupi. And in such Ramanama, one who still creates some doubt, has a what do you say, has a kind of faithlessness that I don't know, maybe any kind of doubt also you create in this, such a person is Paparupi, a sinful person. Another way, Samartha says, 99, Jagi Dhanya Varanasi Punya Rashi. We all know the glory of the beautiful place called Varanasi, Kashi. Taye Maje Ata Gati Purvajasi. If you go there and if you have darshan of Shri Vishwanatha, if you take bath in Gangaji, all your ancestors also who are dead, they are also getting better gati because of you going there. Mukhe Rama Namavali Nitya Kali Jiva Hita Sange Sadah Chandra Boli. And in that place, it is said that when you give up your body, when you die in Kashi, it is said that Vishwanath Bhagwan Shiva himself comes and tells you something in your ears, because of which you get mukti. And what is that he tells in your ears? Mukhe Ramavali Nitya Kali. He tells you to chant Bhagwan Sri Rama's name in your ears. That is the secret which will liberate you. Think of it, when Shiva is telling, Lord Shiva is telling. Earlier also Samarth Ramdas Swami said, Vitthal Bhagwan is there, such a beautiful form. On the head of that Vitthal Bhagwan there is Lord Shiva. And that Lord Shiva is chanting the name of Sri Ram. You understand what is the greatness of Bhagwan's name. He holds Sri Rama in his heart. So you imagine what a great thing it is. Please chant his name. Yatha Sangare Karmatehi Ghadena. Now, while telling all these things, he is actually inside only he's crying also a little bit. See this, these saints, they are very peculiar. Sometimes, they will write certain things by putting themselves so down, saying that, oh, I am good for nothing, I can't do this also properly, I can't do that also properly. Sometimes we wonder, if they can't do, where are we? Actually, see, that kind of feeling that the saints are raising is also for us only, to give us the idea that at least you should also have this kind of feeling. You should hear some of the Abhangas, etc. They will say that I am good for nothing, but somehow you have saved me, O Bhagavan. That I had nothing, and no skill. He says also, Totakashtakam also, Totakacharya says, Viditana maya vishadaika kala nacha kinchana kanchanam asti guru. I don't have anything. I don't have knowledge. I don't have any kala. I don't have money also. What way am I going to be of any use to you? If I have knowledge, I can spread that knowledge. If I have some kala, I can use that kala and spread your glory. If I have money, I can help spreading your glory. I have nothing. Oh Guru, I have nothing. But still, dhrutameva vidhehi kripam sahaja. Oh Bhagavan, you please quickly shower your grace on me. Sahajam kripam, which is so natural to you, you just please shower it on me. Bhavashankara deshikame sharanam. Oh Lord, Shankaracharya, please be my teacher. So sometimes these saints will put themselves down. See, we should not judge them by saying that, oh, he himself is saying that he is not able to. It is not for him, it is for us. So next verse when he says, Yatha sangare karmatehi ghadena. I can't do any action properly. Gade dharmate punya gathi padena. And if I do something also, the punya doesn't come properly. Daya pahata sarvabhuti asena. I am supposed to have compassion towards everybody, but that also I don't have. Phukache mukhi nama tehi vasena. And phukat, without any money, without any other problem, I can chant Bhagavan's name, but that also is not happening. So when Samarth Ramdas Swami says this, don't think that he is living like this. For saints, every moment is for the betterment of the world. So they are doing exactly opposite, but they still feel that they have done nothing. In childhood we used to listen to these stories, etc. And one story used to always touch my heart, and that was of Chandrasekhar Azad. Chandrasekhar Azad was one of the, we know he was one of the freedom fighters of India, and he was one of those people, revolutionaries, Sashakta Kranti, who said that with power only you can tame these Britishers. And he started so many organizations, and HRA, Hindustan Republic Association, which became then Socialist Republican Association. And he was actually a single thread between the two generations of revolutionaries. If you see the history properly, there was Ram Prasad Bismil and Ashfaqullah Khan, etc. and the elder set of revolutionaries, and the younger generation which was coming up, Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, Chandrasekhar, Sukhdev, etc. He was the only contact between the two generations. After Kakori, etc., all the previous generation was caught by Britishers. He was the only one who escaped. And he took all the things, etc., gave it to the next generation. And there is one particular occasion when he is about to die. Even today, if you go to Prayagraj, there is that garden is there in his name, where he actually left his body, and he was surrounded by all the Britishers, and he kept on fighting, but it was just too much, one against hundreds. They sent hundreds of soldiers to capture Chandrasekhar Azad, and when he was about to die, he says, "Oh my mother earth, please forgive me, I could do only this much for you." One who has lived entire life for the nation, one who is about to give up his life for the nation, is saying, please forgive me, I could do only this much. And then he says, oh, if there is a God in this world, he was not a very much believer in God. He says, if there is God in this world, and if you grant wishes, I have only one wish. May I be born again and again in this same auspicious place called Bharat Mata. What kind of people are these? We do nothing for our nation and we feel we have done a lot. And they have done so much and they say we have done nothing. Think of it. All those great mothers of those freedom fighters, literally if you see some of the things that they used to say, they used to say that, Lord, give us strength to bear more children so that I can give them up for nation. What kind of sacrifice is this? So when saints etc., when they say that, oh Lord, I am good for nothing, I have done nothing, that is not to be taken literally. We have to understand that he is trying to show us that how exactly we are, not how exactly they are. So when he says this is the point that we must remember. That from our hand, proper action for the service of the world does not happen. Punya etc. also is not there. Even compassion for all beings we cannot have properly. There will be some malice etc. Something wrong will be there about somebody. Even Ramanam also does not come in our mouth. Right? That is what he says. Continues further. Let us see. Verse number 101. जया नावडे नाम त्या यम जाची विकल्पे उठे तर्क त्या नरक चीची म्हणो नियती आदरे नाम घ्यावे मुखे बोलता दोष जाती स्वभावे जय जय रघुवीर समर्थ. जया नावडे नाम त्या यम जाची. Jats means what do you say? Suffering, trouble. One who does not like taking God's name or who does not like name of the Lord, such a person is troubled by Yamaraj. Jaya navade nama tya yamajachi. That person suffers at the hand of Yamaraj. Who? One who does not like Sri Rama's name. One who does not like God's name. Vikalpe uthe tarka. And if more and more perverse logic is coming into your mind to prove how God is not there or whether God is really there or not, Sri Rama's avatar actually happened or not, or are they just stories? And the power of Ramnam is not just there, it is just like this kind of perverse logic. If it is coming to your mind, he says, Tya narka chichi, that logic itself is going to take you to naraka. Naraka means hell. If you do not believe in Bhagavan, his glories, his name, if you do not chant his name, then even after death you will suffer. That's the point. During life you will suffer because you are not remembering. After death also you will not be spared. Now sometimes people have this doubt about this only. People have doubt about everything, especially when it comes to spirituality, religion, etc. There are a lot of doubts. What is the proof that there is heaven and hell? Okay. Good question. Good question. I am not saying anything. I just have one counter question. What is the proof that there is no heaven and hell? You are asking me proof for the existence of heaven or hell. I am asking you proof for non-existence of heaven or hell. Can you prove to me that there is no heaven or hell? Try. No, we can't see. We can't see many things. That we can't see cannot be the real answer for what is actually there. God is there or not there? Do you have any proof that God is there? Counter question, do you have any proof that God is not there? If you have, tell me. Point is, such kind of logic, such kind of thinking will only shake your faith or somebody's faith in that higher power. What will happen by that? Nothing will happen to the higher power. That's the main important thing. You believe in God or you don't believe in God. Nothing happens to God. You will not be able to do anything. Earlier also we have seen, if I say that, oh, I don't believe in law of gravitation. Why? Because it was researched and it was derived by Newton. Newton was a foreign scientist. I don't believe in foreign scientists, so I don't believe in law of gravitation. Very good. Very good. You don't believe, very good. What is the proof that law of gravitation exists? Don't ask us any proof. Just go to the second floor and jump. You will know law of gravitation exists. Nothing will happen to law of gravitation because I am not believing in it. That law will be there, that law will work. But if I believe in it, if I try to understand it, I can fly aeroplanes also using the same law of gravitation. So if I have a doubt on whether God is there or not, whether God helps or not, whether there is power in God's name or not, if this kind of logic is there, that logic is not going to help me in any way. Rather, it is only going to destroy my faith and therefore my only chance of redeeming myself. Because of this reason, in some generations, 2-3 generations before us, the moment somebody asks such questions to the elders, they used to say it is a sin even to think about it. You understand now why they used to say like that? You must have heard from your parents also. Even to think that God is not there is a sin. Even to think that He is not going to help us or His name is not powerful, even to think that is a sin. Why? They wanted to secure us from going to wrong logic. They were not against logic, please understand. Many times we think, these people, they never used to follow logic. No, they went by that road and they understood there is nothing that you can get by that road. Therefore, they came and said, just keep quiet and just follow. The best thing to do is just follow. It requires a lot of maturity to understand this. I can do anything in my life. Yes, you can. But the best thing that you can do in your life is to listen to your elders, listen to your guru and follow their advice. That's the best thing you can do. Why? Every single thing that you do thinking that I think this is right, that is going to bring you into trouble. Very simple logic. We have lived enough life to understand this point. True or not? Every single time we have gone even 1 inch away from what our elders or what our gurus are telling, we have been in trouble. And we see that in the stories also. Often people ask me this question about Sri Krishna and his ways of dealing with different situations in Mahabharata, etc. And so one of the criticism that they have for Sri Krishna is he made Yudhishtira lie. They say Yudhishtira was such a dharmic person, he never lied. But because of Sri Krishna, he lied. You know that famous story, when Dronacharya was creating trouble in the battlefield, Dronacharya has to be tamed. So Bhagavan Sri Krishna tells Bhima to kill one elephant whose name is Ashwathama. And the moment that Ashwathama elephant is killed, he tells everybody that the message should go that Ashwathama is killed, Ashwathama is killed, Ashwathama is killed. So when this gossip reaches Dronacharya, Dronacharya cannot believe in anyone else. Therefore, he looks at Yudhishtira to confirm, did Ashwathama die? And Bhagavan Shri Krishna, knowing that the only person Dronacharya will believe in is Yudhishtira, he already has told Yudhishtira that he will ask you this question. That time you should say Ashwathama is killed. Okay, carefully listen to the entire story. Now Yudhishtira, when Dronacharya asks, he says Ashwathama is killed, but I don't know whether it is elephant or human being. Now, of course, one of the versions of the story is that after that Ashwathama is killed, when he says Narova Kunjarova, I don't know whether human or elephant, before that Narova Kunjarova, Shri Krishna blows the conch so that portion is not heard by Dronacharya. That's what one version says. Doesn't matter whether he has heard it or not. But actually speaking, Shri Krishna asked Yudhisthira to say Ashwathama is killed. If he would have just followed Shri Krishna's advice, he would have spoken the truth. By adding from his own, whether elephant or human, he actually told a lie. Why? Because he knew elephant Ashwathama is dead. So it is not that Shri Krishna has asked Yudhisthira to lie. Yudhisthira lied because he added something more to what Shri Krishna was telling. Why? Out of that very small ego that I always tell truth. Out of that small ego, he says that I should not be vague in my answer. And in order to become more clear, he created a problem. So the point, what is my point? My point is just following Guru, just following what the scriptures are telling, just following what the elders are telling, that itself will give us lot of goodness and lot of strength to deal with our problems. You see at the end of entire Bhagavad Gita also, after giving full knowledge, Arjuna has asked for knowledge, therefore Shri Krishna has given the knowledge. He asks in the second chapter, Shadi Mam, please teach me. Therefore he gives. So on request he has given knowledge. But even after giving entire knowledge, Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, now Arjuna, I have given everything that I have wanted to give. Yathechasi tatha kuru. Now you do as you please. You do as you wish. And the best thing Arjuna says is, Karishye vachanam tava. I have understood everything. My smriti is back. My delusion is gone. But that does not mean I will do what I feel. I will do what you told. The freedom given by the Guru and the choice taken by the Shishya to not use their own brain but to follow what Guru said, that is the most intelligent thing. I always feel the most intelligent thing to use or to do in life is not to use your intelligence too much. When that intelligence is used too much, we think I am right. What I am thinking is right, whole world is wrong, and I am going to show them new path. Just follow what they are telling. How intellect will take us to perverse logic, we can never be assured of that. That's why he says, Vikalpe uthe tarka. This kind of thinking is very terrible, very dangerous. Right? Manoni ati adare nama ghyave. Therefore, oh my dear mind, with lot of respect you should take name of the Lord. See, this respect word is very, very important word. Many times it has come before. But you understand now the value of that word respect. Love and respect, two things are there. No? With love you take Lord's name, that is bhakti aspect. That I love my Lord and therefore I don't want to think of anything else. With respect means intellectually you appreciate the existence, the importance, the strength of Lord and His name. Love is a mental feeling. Respect is an intellectual quality. So with intellect also you bow down saying that, no, this is the right thing to do. Many times ego will come in between this, because we will say, I will do. I know what is the right thing. This intellect that supports the ego or that gives strength to the ego, when that intellect itself bends, that is what is called as respect. You will often see in your life also, somebody whom you respect, you will listen to their words. Somebody whom you love, you will ignore their words. Mother, what does she know? Love is there for mother, but if that respect is not there, you will not take her word seriously. But when that love and respect both are there, from heart also you will love, and intellect also, from head also, you will bow down and you will listen. So when he says, Ati adare nama ghyave, initially when I used to chant, I always used to think, what is this adare nama ghyave? How can you chant name with respect? Chant name with love, you understand. With full heart, remembering Lord, you chant. What is this respect? With respect, how do you chant God's name? That respect is that faith, the intellectual side of it, where you understand the greatness and the intellect bows down. That is called as Ati Adar. Mukhe bolata dosha jati swabhave. And if you chant his name, all the faults in your swabhava, all the dosha, all the wrong things which are there, they will go away. Therefore, O my mind, chant the name of the Lord. Now, in next 6 verses 102 to 107, Samarth Ramdas Swami says that this kind of spiritual life that you are going to live, you are chanting Lord's name, you are reflecting upon that Nirguna aspect, etc., should change your behavior. It should percolate into your day-to-day life. It should change your character and the way you live. That is what he says. Let us read verse number 102. Ati linata sarva bhave swabhave jana sajjana lagi santosha vave dehe karani sarva lavi tajave saguni ati adaresi bhajave. Jai Jai Raghuvir Samartha. He says, Ati linata sarva bhave swabhave. How are you going to bring that in your life? First thing is, be absolutely humble. As long as, just now we were saying, as long as you think you are right, you are never going to bring anything in your life. You will do what you think is right. Ati linata. Leenata, beautiful word, leenata. You see, leena, one meaning of leena is you are one with that. Leena, talleena. Sanskrit only, Marathi also it is there. Leena means become one with it. What it also means, leenata means you bow down, you go down, you surrender. Ati leenata sarva bhave swabhave. In your life, there should be humility with other people. That's what he is saying. Sarva bhave swabhave. In your everyday life, there should be humility. Natural humility, swabhava, sarva bhava, which is unassuming, which is not false humility. That you are trying to show that you are humble. That is also a very interesting thing. Many times, we just want to show that I am very humble. So when somebody is there, yeah, whatever you say, yeah, I will do, yeah. In your mind, you are like, what is this idiot person saying? They are not that kind of unassuming humility. You see, if you have that false show-off kind of humility, see, many times, to get some work done, they will tell you that, such a person, listen to everything that person says. So, in front of such person, you will be acting like a humble person. Not actually humble, but acting like that. But such assumed humility, such show of humility will not please the noble people. Therefore, he says, Jana sajjana lagi santoshavave. Santoshavave, you should make them happy. Whom? Sajjana lagi. Those sajjanas, those santas, those saints and noble people, them you should please. How? Through your humility. Real humility. Now, interestingly, you see the word used here is linata and not deenata. Deenata, Deenata means to feel that I am nothing. And Leenata means to not exaggerate oneself and show what you really are. Okay? Now the point is, Deena Bhava should be there only in front of God. And Guru. Guru is God only. So I am not telling two things. When I say God, you understand Guru also. That Deena Bhava should be there only in front of God. Leenata, humility, should be there in front of everyone. Not Deenata. I hope you understand the slight difference between the two. Okay. For example, if I am egoistic person, even in the work that I cannot do, I will say, I will do, don't worry, I will do. That is called ego. Leenata will be that I will try, but I am not sure how much I will be able to do. Leenata. Deenata means, there it is not possible only for me, where am I? I don't have anything. How can I do this? The point is, this kind of Deena Bhava should be there only in front of God. Even that little bit of ego should not be there in front of him, that I will be able to do this, or I will try to do this, even that. But in front of the world, you can have Leena Bhava, not Deena Bhava. Humility is good. If too much of Deena Bhava is there, then people will walk over you. They will get their work done through you. This is Samarth Ramdas Swami telling, okay? And he is against all these things. He will say, if there is a crooked fellow, you should beat him. That is how Samarth Ramdas Swami is. He will not say that, okay, if a crooked person comes and slaps on your one cheek, put your second cheek up. No. No false kind of ahimsa, etc. Nothing. He is very clear about it. That's why he supported people like Shivaji Maharaj, etc. He is not just telling. He is very practical in his approach. So Leenata should be there, not Deenata, in front of others. But humility should be there. Not ego and not pride, etc. Not that kind of thing. So that you should bring in your life. So now, along with chanting the Lord's name, he is going to tell other things which we should do so that our character, our personality, our way of life changes, our behavior changes. That is first thing he says, that have true humility which will also please the noble people. Dehe karani sarvalavita jave. And you should use your body for the sake of serving the world. That's the only job that the body has to do. Right? Sharira madhyam khalu dharma sadhanam. It is meant for serving. Atmano mokshaya jagad hitaya cha. That is the purpose of the body. Right? To help us reaching that liberation and to be of some help to the world. Jagad hitaya. Right? So do that. Saguni ati adaresi bhajave. And then you keep worshipping your Saguna, your Ishvara, your Ishtadevata ati adare. With lot of respect. Every time now the word respect comes, that thought should come. Right? Love from heart and respect from head. Love from the mind, respect from intellect. Together. Right? Ati adaresi bhajave. That's what you should do. Further, he says, let us see. Verse number 103. Hari kirtane pritirami dharavi, dehe buddhi nirupani visaravi, paradravyani kakanta paravi, yadarthi mana sandi jivi karavi. Jai Jai Raghuveer Samartha. Hari kirtane priti rami dharavi. You should have love for the name of the Lord and singing the glories of the Lord. Hari Kirtana. Priti Rami Dharavi. Dehe Buddhi Nirupani Visaravi. And how much should I do that? He says, till the time you forget your body awareness. Dehe Buddhi. Dehe Buddhi means to think that this body is me. This is called as Deha Buddhi. This Deha Buddhi you should forget. There are so many stories. One of the stories which is there of Santa Gora Kumbar, that story is there, where he was a potter. By profession he was a potter, and he was a saint, and he always used to worship Lord. So his work was to make pots. So the entire process is that clay etc. in the olden times, this is not, the machinery etc. was not there. No? So clay etc. will be there, and they used to what do you say, pound that clay with their feet. They will do like this. They will roam in that field will be there, small field will be there of clay, and they will do like this, so that the clay becomes suitable, and then they will put it and give shape. Now while doing this, it is said that he always used to chant the name of the Lord to so much extent that he used to forget who is he and what is he doing. And it is said in one of the days when he was doing that, his small child, while crawling on the ground, came and entered into that field, and he is putting the feet on that, and the child came under his feet and he did not even know. Of course, because of God's grace etc., nothing happened to the child. But you see, body awareness is gone. You don't even feel that you are body. Many people's life we have seen this also. Even recent saints, I am not just going by old saints, even recent saints we have seen that sometimes when they get into that mood, they forget who they are, where they are, what are they doing, they forget all that. There was one Haridas Giriji Maharaj, last century, very famous and great singer also, Haridas Giriji Maharaj. And many of his songs are very famous. Guru Dhyayi, Guru Dhyayi, Guru Parate, Sadhana Nai, and so many such songs. Many songs are there. If I start then. So it is said that when he will start singing, he will not even have any awareness where he is singing. So he will suddenly sometimes get up and start dancing. Sometimes the dhoti and shirt etc. or the angavastra, whatever is there, it will fall down. He will not even know what is happening. Ramakrishna, what is that? Our Bengal Gaudiya Parampara one, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said the same stories are there about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. Gaudiya Sampradaya that he started. That he used to forget entire being that he is. That kind of power is there in Harinama, that you will forget yourself. Finally, that is what is the goal. This so-called attachment, identification with the body, mind, intellect which is there, it has to be dropped. It is possible by two things. Priti Rami, in the Saguna Rupa, you have love. Nirupani, and in the Nirguna, you have Nirupana. Nirupana means reflection. Exposition. Exposition on what? On that Nirguna Brahma. So either you can give up your identification through the path of bhakti, through the path of love towards the Saguna aspect of the Lord, or through the path of knowledge of the Nirguna aspect of that Supreme Brahman. Yeah. So where these two things are there you will forget even your body conscience. No consciousness of body will be there. Samarth Ramdas Swami is saying, you should have like this. In one composition called Kritadnyata, Pujya Guruji Swami Tejomayananji has written it on Gurudev, Swami Chinmayananji's. And in that one verse he says, which I like very much, he says, how was Gurudev? He says, Nirgune Nischala Nishtha Sagune Sarasarati Sangamo Madhuraschayam Deshikeno Mahatmani. He says, in my Guru, there was a beautiful confluence. Confluence of what? Sangama of what? He says, confluence of Nirgune Nischala Nishtha. Firm abidance in Nirguna. But Sagune Sarasarati. But natural love towards Saguna. See, we all listen to Pujya Gurudev's talks, etc. No? And you will see how he is a very, very different kind of orator. No? He is a inspirational kind of orator, and he will be with vehemence, with lot of aggression, etc. He will explain. And he will elevate your mind into that Nirguna, and that consciousness alone is there, etc., etc. The other side of Gurudev always remains unknown to many people. Because now there is only one way to see him, and that is through his books or through his videos. But the people who have seen the other aspect of his life, they know so many other things. We think Gurudev is only knowledge. Not only knowledge. He was very soft at heart when it came to devotion. You should see sometimes, just somebody singing, his eyes will be closed and he will not even know what is there. One such incident, somebody who directly asked this question to Gurudev had told me this anecdote, that once they were sitting in Siddhabari. In Siddhabari, Gurudev's time, there was that huge Kamala hall was there. Open air hall where we see Vivek Chudamani, etc. is recorded there. And stage is on one side and audience is there, people sit, and opposite side there is a very beautiful Sri Krishna's murti. Krishna is standing. So somebody went to Gurudev and asked that, Gurudev, I have observed this, that here you have Sri Krishna. In Uttarakashi also, in that small satsang hall, there is Sri Krishna. In Bangalore also you have Sri Krishna, Nartana, Kaliya Nartana Krishna is there. He says, how come there is only Krishna everywhere? Generally we have Radha Krishna together, no? How come there is only Krishna only you are keeping? And there were many people sitting, and this person was sitting and asked this question. Gurudev looked at that person, said, please come closer. He said, there is only Krishna because I am the Radha. Now, it may look like just a thing, but that's what he literally felt. And mind you, this is coming from a teacher who held Advaita's flag high, continuously going for knowledge. Such a person, you see the other side of it. Every saint will have this kind of confluence, please remember. Only in the minds of beginners, this question of bhakti and jnana will be there. Actually, there is no difference. Remember Bhagavan Bhashyakara Shankaracharya ji, who very strongly refutes all the arguments and keeps on talking about Brahman, also writes so many stotras which are filled with devotion. Mind you, it is the same person. The same Swami Tapovanji Maharaj, who we know to be very strict, etc., has written Badrisha Stotram and Ganga Stotram and Kashi Vishwanath Ashtam. Saumya Kashisha Stotram, not Kashi Vishwanath, Saumya Kashisha Stotram. So this kind of confluence, when we see in saints and in noble people, that is what we should also do. That's what Samarth Ramdas Swami is saying. That you should get rid of this identification with body. How? Either you have this love towards Bhagavan, Hari Kirtani, Rami Priti Dharavi, or Nirupani, or in the Nirupana of Nirguna. Saguna Bhajana or Nirguna Nirupana. In one of these two, or in both, you just give up your identification with the body. Don't give mind a chance to think about anything else. If mind is distracted, think of Saguna. If mind is calm, reflect on Nirguna. That's it. Those are the only two options that you should give to your mind. That, oh, mind is not that calm, quiet to think about, reflect on, to study about Nirguna. Okay, you sing the Lord's name. No, it is too much out. Do puja. With hands also, with speech also, with mind also. You do puja. If that does not happen, then what will happen? Then mind will go to the world. Paradravya ka kanta paravi. Paradravya, other person's wealth. Paravi kanta, other person's wife. Yadarthi mana sandi jivi karavi. Let your mind have no thoughts, no desires, no greed to get anything of anybody else. Keep your mind in Bhagavan, either in Saguna or in Nirguna, or depending on the nature of the mind, the mood of the mind, in both. You decide. At what time, what aspect of Bhagavan you want to keep your mind in, that you decide. But don't allow mind to think of anything else. Remember this. Then what? Next verse, let us read. Verse number 104. Kriye veenanana pariboli jete parichitta dushchita telajavite mana kalpana dhita sairata dhave taya manava deva kaise nipave. Jai Jai Raghuveer Samartha. Kriye veena nana pari boli jete. Those people who speak a lot but don't do anything. Kriye veena, without action, nana pari boli jete. They speak a lot. Parichitta dushchitate. But their mind is still dirty. Mind is still filled with desires, etc. Te lazavite. Such people are put to shame by their own mind, by their own behavior. In our life also we don't like such people. Those who speak a lot but they don't do anything. We have different names also for them, isn't it? Kuch nahi. He just speaks. He won't do anything. On the contrary, what do we see in saints? In saints we see that they do what they speak. They behave what they preach. So, Samarth Ramdas Swami is telling here that those people who do not do anything but keep on talking, and therefore their mind just remains with all these negativities, te lazavite. They will be put to shame. How? Mana kalpana. Because mind will keep on imagining, mind will keep on taking you for a ride. Dhita sairata dhave. This word sairata became very famous last few years because Marathi movie one came. Many people did not even know this word. Sairata actually has two kinds of, meanings. Sairata, one meaning is to go against the flow. And second meaning is to go haywire. Many people think freedom is to do whatever I want to do. Whatever the world is telling me is not right. What I want to do, that I will do, that is freedom. That is not freedom. That's why Gurudev's that famous quote is there, not to do what you feel like doing is freedom. If you feel like doing this, not to do that is real freedom from your own mind. But many people think I will do whatever I want to do. Actually, through the movie also they have tried to explain that only. You may have faith in what you think that whatever you do is right. They have shown the entire picture. It's not right. It's not right. It will put you in trouble today or tomorrow. So the point is, mana kalpana dhita. Your mind is very, very powerful, and therefore in this entire world of imaginations, it will take you haywire. Dhira sairata dhave, it will go here and there. Taya manava deva kaise nipave. Such a mind that goes here, there, everywhere, how can you expect that person to have darshan of Lord? or realize the Lord, how it will happen? It will not happen. So, how do you start? You first start by doing what you feel. That's what he says in the next verse. Let us read verse number 105. विवेके क्रिया आपुली पालटावी, अति आदरे शुद्ध क्रिया धरावी, जनी बोलण्या सारिखे चाल बापा, मना कल्पना सोडी संसार तापा. जय जय रघुवीर समर्थ. He says viveke, through proper understanding, kriya apuli palatavi. You change the way you behave, you change the way you act. Ati adare shuddha kriya dharavi. With lot of respect, take up only those actions which are right actions, righteous actions. That's why the same Shankaracharya who has written these many bhashyas, these many stotras, has also written a text called Sadachara, Sat Acharana. What is the right way of living? Philosophy is required, devotion is required, but that also should come to your way of life. For sadhakas, for all of us, this is very important. Many times our children, etc., they complain. And many times they complain to us only, brahmachari, swamis, etc. You know, Swamiji, my parents are going to this Chinmaya mission and study group and jnana yajnas and so many years, but no change has happened. They are still angry. They keep on shouting at us. We think that some spirituality they are following, they should have some change. Now, of course, I say to them that they have not become worse. That is a success of going to study group and listening. They have not become worse. No, that is enough. Whether they have really transformed or not, that is a different thing. But we should see in our own life whether we have changed or not. On one side, we are studying texts like Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita and Prakarana Granthas, etc. On the other side, we are doing our sadhana, becoming very calm and quiet and doing puja, japa, etc. elaborately. And then the moment it comes to living with people, you are living like as though you are on that burner, continuously bubbling. That popcorn you have seen, how it keeps on jumping like that. Somebody says something, you are angry and then you do. And many people, I have seen them justifying their behavior by saying that because I am doing more sadhana, that anger, that aggression is coming out. Arey, what kind of reason is this? If more sadhana is done, then the anger should not rise. If anger is rising, means something is wrong. So, we must really think about what is the kind of actions that we are doing. What is the kind of behavior? How are we talking to people? See, saints, their life is so, what do you say? I can't even explain. See, everybody likes them. Not that only wealthy people will like or only top people will like. No, every single person will like them. Why? Because that love for God or that abidance in Supreme Brahman has come to their everyday life. They treat every single person with that love and respect. So their behavior is according to their understanding. Therefore, Samarth Ramdas Swami actually is pleading to the mind. Jani bolanya sarike chala bapa. He is calling mind his father. Not literal father, but he says, oh Baba, please. In Marathi, Baba is father, but generally to add that pleading sense, we use Baba, asa no karo, Baba, kashala asa karto. Don't do like this, no, why are you doing like this? Like that he is telling, please, oh my mind, bolanya sarike chala. What you are speaking, that is the same way you should walk. Walk your talk. Mana kalpana sodi samsara tapa. And oh my mind, Please stop thinking about these sorrows, etc. of samsara. If you keep on brooding over all these things, they are only going to increase. Leave all that aside. Just do what you have understood. Just do what you feel. Now that brings us to one very important question. This time I am going to leave you with one question for you to think about. And the answer we will see in the next session. The question is, what should be done to bring knowledge into practice? What should be done to bring knowledge into practice? So on one side, if I am getting more and more knowledge, is that knowledge coming to my everyday life? Is it changing my behavior? If not, then what should be done? Okay, please think about it. If you come up with answer, etc. in the next session, you can put it in the chat when we start the session. Okay. Otherwise, we will also think about it a little bit in the next session and we will continue further. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Siyavar Ramachandra ki jai. राधावर कृष्ण चंद्र की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. नमः पार्वती पतये. हर हर महादेव. ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम.